Inception's a project that I first started working on about 10 years ago. I've become very interested in the idea of doing a film about dreams, about the relationship of our waking life to our dreaming life. The idea that has always fascinated me about dreams is everything within that dream is created by your own mind as you experience it. For a filmmaker, it's an ideal world to be dealing with.
The script itself wasn't like he wrote it 8 years ago and then it just sat in a drawer untouched. Every couple of years, at the end of every movie, he would go back to it and tweak a little bit and think a little bit more.
Over the years, I tried to write different versions of this idea. I tried to write it smaller, as a smaller film. And what I constantly found was that as soon as you're entering into the idea of what can the human mind conceive of, what world could it create, you want to see this on a grand scale. The material demanded this very large-scale approach. Inception certainly takes a lot of leaps in terms of the universal experience of dreaming. I wrote the script very much from my own experiences of dreaming and sort of extrapolating those. But there are certain things that we take to be common enough that people will be able to relate. The idea that you can't die in a dream. When you die in a dream, effectively you wake up. Things like the kick, the feeling of falling, snapping you awake, that seemed a very common thing, and certainly in talking to people, it seemed something that people really recognized. And it felt important to try and incorporate any of the really familiar touchstones of what it is to dream. Any of the things that are universal that could allow the audience to relate their own experience of dreaming to this rather, fantastical set of events.
Chris often talked about this sort of Escher-like architecture world where things are built on top of each other in layers and this endless stream of creation. So in that respect, from a character standpoint and working with him, was to say, look, if all these dream states are real to him, we have to treat them emotionally that way. In other words, everything needs to be emotionally charged.
There were quite a few similarities in terms of what the filmmaking process is and what the characters and what the team of characters is doing in the film itself. They're creators, they're people who create an entire world for somebody else to exist in. And Inception is intended to be a film that tries to explore the exciting possibilities of the human mind and the infinite potential of the human mind.